Hey everyone, this is Peter 24/7 from Project to Ghost with another WarDragons diary. So, day 3 into the new Atlas season, and I'm going to open up the Atlas tab and show everybody what is happening. So, a lot has been happening in the Atlas world. We are on our last stand. This has been a battle that's been going on for several months now. So, since December. There's been a group of about 20 diamond teams that have been pounding on us non-stop, really heavily, massive raids. We've been holding our own and being fine. And then at season start, lo and behold, Dreadnought's TA decided that they were going to step in and take over the Conquer, or the Conquest. So I understand that it's a war game, so I'm not going to let it bother me too much. Yeah, it's sad. We gave up a few castles, we had a few conquered, but we got hit very hard, and I think that we did very well. So we might be criticized, we might say we're weak, but when it's 26 teams against one, especially if the top team and the top TA in the entire game is there, I think we did very well. So this is the last castle that I think they're really wanting to try to get us out of. As you can see, I've renamed it to We Are Sparta. For those of you who have seen the movie 300, there's a scene in it where the Persians come in and they say, basically, yield to us. And then this small group of Spartans, the leader says, "We are Sparta," and then he kicks the guy down the pit. That's basically how it feels like. It feels like that movie. It's it's only 50 of us, but our TA is there helping us, but it's primarily our team against these 26 diamond teams, and I just would publicly like to say thank you to the Alliance for the support. It has been painful to watch and painful to go through, but I think it's for the better, the best, you know. You lose castles, you get castles. It's not like we're not going to recover. It's a sad time. Team will be sad, but we'll get over it, and then we'll go on the offense and have some fun there. So just so everybody knows about all the frustrations I have, first of all, there was a question in the comments. Thank you very much for your question. It was asking how many guard. How do you find out how many guard are on a specific castle? So there's a few ways to do that. You can click on the castle, and down here at the bottom right, it'll say how many guard are on it. So as you can see on our last stand, we have 308,000 guard left on it. I'm not sure how much longer this is going to last. They did send a to more than a few locations, millions of troops to wave us down several times over the last couple days, but there's 308,000 left on this. About an hour ago it was 413, so they're slowly dwindling us down. Another way you can do it, I'm actually not going to do it in this video and show everybody that might possibly want to know how many guard we have. If you hit manage on your castle and go to the fort tab, you can see the fourth one over. It will tell you how many guard is on the specific castle, and up top above that it will say your reserve guard, telling you how many castle guard you have in reserve. A lot of teams are fine, some teams are struggling. We're on the fine spectrum, the fine side of the spectrum. We have more than enough. You know, we lost a lot, but like I said, we have a marshal. Yes, a lot of them, when they wave us, they get through undefended. We get the occasional one where we drop and they die. That's a good thing about the level 4 castles, but it's also absorbing troops, their troops, for free. So you have an advantage when you're defending. Looking at all the reports I've gone through, if you exclude the guard loss that we took, we've actually lost less troops than all of the teams hitting us have. So, you know, it looks good. I'm actually very proud of our team. They've held it together. They didn't feel bad when we started losing the castles and dropping the castles. And hey, crap happens. We deal with it, right? We were given oranges. We're making orange juice. Maybe smoothies. Get some milk in there. So the last way you can check how many are on your castles is you hit the Manage tab. And you can actually go through at the My Team's Castle. If you click on that, it'll give you a list of the teams in your TA. And you can actually look at each individual castle. But the fifth picture from the left, you'll see here they have how many enemy Primarchs are on your castle. Oh, my game froze. If you click here, it's how many enemy Primarchs are on your castle. The breakdown if you click on it. How many friendly Primarchs are on your castle. The breakdown if you click on it. Your infrastructure. The breakdown if you click on it. The troops that are friendly on your castle. Now, until the update, this used to be your personal troops that are on the castle. So if you had, it's saying right here we have 665,000 troops. That would originally say, a few like last week, that would be our personal troops. But since the update, they actually changed this. So it's actually reflecting how many friendly troops. When I say friendly, I mean how many troops from your TA are on the castle. So our personal team, we probably have about 200 or 300 on this castle, lacing it with trappers. And then we have the destroyers and the taunters there as well. And then on right beside that, you have the guard. So as you can see, it says 308,000. And from this tab, you can actually go down all of your castles and click on manage and check any castle. And it's a great tool. I know that there's a lot of different resources that people use now, but I like this because I can open it up. It gives me a view of the castles, where we're getting hit and where we are needed the most. It's been a very frustrating couple days. Starting today, our friends, I'm doing the air quotations with my fingers right now, decided that it would be a great idea for them to go back on an agreement they asked us to make with them, and started giving passage to our enemies to hit us in a very deep castle. So this team decided, if you really want to know what team I'm talking about, I'm not going to publicly, call them out because that's just not cool. But if you look at castles that we own, I actually named a castle after them. It's Something Needs Help. That's the team specifically. I blame this for this whole mess, but it started a battle back and forth with them. Then they brought in their friends. Then they came. We kept at it. We went back and forth for a while. Then they reached out to me, asked for a territorial agreement because they kind of made everybody in that area upset. And then when all this new season started, they started giving passage to people to come and hit us, which was part of the agreement. But hey, I don't know what I expected with them. So right now we're fighting. I'm kind of taking a break because I'm a bit low. We are making our last stand in the event. Our team has been doing very well. If you look right now, we are global rank number 1. So Dreadnought is right behind us, and you got Royal Road, Japanese, Creed. Now a lot of these teams like Dreadnought, Japanese, Dragons, Creed, Fiery River, the Empire, First Rebellion, Draken Elite, the Reign of Fire, Lethal Fury, Angels and Demons, Top Gun, Fire's Clan, First Night Fury, Angels, Demons. So a lot of these teams, their revives are coming from attacking our castles because we've kind of been targeted. So everyone who's watching Atlas, you've probably seen all the action. It's been kind of getting me down. I think it's interesting that it takes so many teams to take down one, but I'm going to move on from this. And I'll go on to a promise I made. So, because unlike one team that couldn't keep theirs, I do stick to my word. So I'm going to trust my team to take care of this for a while. I'm just going to look. Doesn't look like there's that many enemies on the castle right now. Yeah, so only 64,000. So they're coming in with low amounts and they're poking at us. Kind of profusive poking, trying to windle us down, make the guard available. And then at which time I expect they're going to wave it and try to take it. But we'll see. So to get back, I had one question that I got in-game, which is great. I love to see this. So hello, been watching your YouTube channel. Very informative. Keep up the great work, the good work. Any tips on my base layout? So this player reached out to me in-game. And I'm going to answer his question here. I am sorry, I was going to reply to you yesterday, but I got kind of busy, being kind of busy in Atlas. But it's always good. I have never met this player. I don't know who it is, but I'm very happy that someone outside of my circle saw the video and actually reached out to me. This made my day. Out of all the crap that I'm going through right now, this made me smile. This made me feel very good. So I would like to say thank you very much. So I hope you don't mind, but I'm actually going to open up your base right now and look at it so we can talk about it. Oh, the lake, the lake. My dragon is forever traveling. You must live very far away. So when you're looking at the base, you want to make sure that your base takes time for people to run. So this is your base here. It's very good at the beginning. You have some low towers. This will slow people down, especially during PvP or whatnot. And then you have your farms at the back, which is also good. You want to try to make sure that your base 70% is as far back as possible. So looking at this, you have the potential to have 2 maxed kill islands and starting your 3rd. What I would actually do is use this perch back here. Boy, I can't click on it. It won't let me click it. So let's go in this way. So if you go here, I would actually use this perch right here for your main perch, for your rider and your gear. And I would move your 2 kill islands, which would be these 2, back to these 2 areas. The reason you want to do this is because it'll take longer for people to finish your base, and then you don't have to worry about them getting 70%. So I'll fly your base quickly right at the end of this video so we can see where your 70% is and try to get you set up accordingly. But you want to try to get your 70% to be around here if possible. So looking at this, it's great. You got the red mages at the front here. You got that this electro flak tower. This electro flak tower actually does nothing for you unless there's other flak there. So if you really want to keep that electro flak, you need to move it back to be with your others. Unless you have a completely maxed base, I would actually suggest probably against this electro flak. But it is close to max. So you want to be careful with that. So moving everything to the back, I always like to keep lightnings close by for an island because they're good for taking down hunters. So that's something you can think about when you get to a 3rd kill island, similarly to my base where I have the primary killing islands or sections at the front, and then I have the lightnings at the back. But they're great for taking down hunters, especially dragon hunters like Cal. You do have the ice flak there. That's great. The earth flak. It is looking good. I did mention it in a previous video, but you want to make sure you're working on one section at a time and get everything on that one section to 117 if that is your cap, and then move on to the next one and get it all to 117. If you space yourself out and spread it out, a smaller tower is not going to do enough damage or the damage that you need to take down a dragon. If you're going to have any tower that's going to be smaller, it's going to be your mage towers. So I would suggest that you move it all to the back. So you're going to be occupying the first 3 around the first perch. And then you can leave this perch up here. Just make sure your warrior on your perch with your gear, your best gear, goes on this front perch. And then you want to fill up where your current kill island is with a whole bunch of crappy towers. Right now you have the earth, fire, and dark. You know, that's a good mix. I would put this on the front island. So let's look at here. So here you'd want to be putting your earth, your dark, your ice, ice in the back, and your 2 mage towers here, if you're going to keep the same towers. I don't know what you're building here. It's kind of gone missing. I can't see it. Your crystal howitzer, I would put it at the back here where you have this little baby crystal howitzer. Anything you're building, you can build on this long island once you move everything back. But your crystal howitzer, maybe move it back to where the farms are. I would even think about maybe moving your farms to the front here. Your crystal howitzer at the far back, maybe where this lumber mill is. A red mage, moving it and kind of building your last kill section here. So the dark flak is great. You're going to make sure that's closer to the front. Keep in mind that its range isn't as good, so you actually might want to put the dark flak up at the front and maybe position your farms a little differently. Play around with a bit. If you watch this and you take it to heart, you make your changes, I can look at it again later. You can also reach out to me online and talk to me there. My ID is Peter22447. So it's 24/7 with an extra 2, an extra 4, and an extra 7. Because when I changed my phone, I lost my original ID and I had to redo that. So feel free to reach out to me. If you want to know how I feel about all of these teams kind of ganging up on us and our current situation, look me up online and look at my profile background, and you'll be able to see how I feel or what I feel about our situation and the teams that are hitting us. This actually came from a player that had posted it when I made a comment about it earlier. So anyways, thanks for watching. Sorry I'm not as cheerful and happy and upbeat as I could possibly be. But I'm doing my best not to go insane and, bash my head against the wall. So we're going to keep the fight, keep the name. We're going to fight to the end. We did vote on our team, and we decided that we are going to make a last stand and do our best. We will probably end up losing this castle, but hey, like I said, crap happens. Life will go on. Maybe not this castle, but life will go on. So it'll be interesting to see how we adjust, but we're trying to go into it with a more positive note and try not to let it get us down. So thank you all for watching through our struggles. And once again, if you have any questions or comments that you would like to bring up or have me talk about during one of these vlogs, I'll be sure post it in the comments. I'll do my best to bring it up in a future vlog. And once again, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and then hit subscribe. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye for now.